Hi guys, so today we're going to be making bitter leaf soup, which is called onubu soup in Igbo, and these are all the things that I'm going to be using to prepare the soup. So I have my meat, I have my cocoyam, pounded crayfish, stockfish, and the rest of them. So now I'm putting my meat is already boiled, so I'm going to just be adding the stockfish and then the dry fish with the cut pomo. So I have my pepper. I blended some, I pounded some red pepper and then yellow pepper. So Scotch bonnet and yellow pepper. So I'm putting that in, and here is what we call oguri. So usually it's like I don't even know how to describe it, but the name is ogiri. So you use it for bitter leaf soup. So I just had to dissolve it with warm water, and then I'm pouring all of that in. So I'm stirring it up all up so that it mixes together and dissolves better. As you can see, some particles are not yet dissolved. So um this would help it to dissolve properly. That's why I put it at this point. Usually you will put it when you're putting your oil, after your oil has mixed and all of that. So now I'm pouring in my oil. I noticed that my oil ran out, so I had to use the remaining one that was left. Haba, this one has finished too, so that means I need to restock unless I go to the market. But this will do. This should do the work. So I'm going to stir that up while it's boiling. Everything is going to now boil together, So I'm going to be adding this here is like my seasoning mix. I have salt, I have Maggi, and then there's this soup spice, native spice I added as well. So I'm going to just use a little bit of water to rinse that all out. I'm going to stir that all together, and then I want to just add a little bit of I'm going to just be adding a little bit of crayfish, but that will be when I'm done putting the cocoyam. So this is the pounded cocoyam. I literally pounded this with my hand, so I didn't blend it. I went the OG style. I pounded it with mortar, and then I mixed it with some red oil. So I'm going to break this into tiny, tiny pieces to enable it break faster while it's cooking. So once I'm done breaking it like into smaller particles like this, into bit by bit, smaller parts, it's going to allow it to dissolve faster and thicken faster. So after that, I'm going to just put in enough water, because once this cocoyam dissolves, the soup is going to be really thick. So I'm just going to add more water so that it would allow it to boil very well and give it the consistency that I need. Then I'm adding my crayfish, and once that is done, I'm going to just open it up. Actually, I allowed that cocoyam to settle and cook for like about 10 to 15 minutes. So after that, I opened up the pot, and you can see it's a bit thick. Oh my god, I'm just finding out that this pot is actually very tiny. This cocoyam is so thick. It just made the soup so thick. But anyways, that's by the way. So I'm going in with my bitter leaf. And this bitter leaf, I washed it. I bought it from the market already squeezed and washed, but I had to wash it because I know those people, they're never careful. So I had to make sure that the sand and everything is all out. I boiled it a bit for like 10 minutes so that the bitterness would all go away, because I don't even want it tasting so bitter. I just needed it to just be a little tiny, tiny, weeny bit, just a little bitter. So yeah, my soup is getting ready. It's almost ready. So I had to stir that all up. I wanted to add uziza, but I forgot to get that. So, and I checked in my fridge, I didn't have any. So I had to make this soup with what's left in the fridge. So it was just like an emergency kind of thing. So I'm stirring all of that up. This is my pot. Are you sure that this thing will not thicken more? This cocoyam is really, really making this soup very thick, but I think this will just do. I'm not adding any water. What I'm just going to do is because I've already initially bought this cocoyam, the bitter leaf rather, so it's a bit soft. So, but now when you put your leaf, you just allow it to turn very well, and then allow it to just boil for like 2-3 minutes and then bring it out. So I'm just going to cover this, and then I'll check back on it. So after I covered it for like for it to boil like 5 to 10 minutes, I open it up, and then look at that. It's giving what it needs to give at the end of the day. And as you can see, I think there is this tenderness when you look very well on the bitter leaf. It's looking soft and all. So yeah, I'm done. I dished out some. It's looking, ah, God, can't wait to dig in.